Hey guys, welcome back to Donkey Kong 64. So, we are making progress in the
Factory level. Just gonna call it. No, what I'm saying. I already know the name. It's Frantic Factory.
Frantic Factory. It seems very frantic, like I don't know. I don't believe this factory could employ.
Well, we haven't even gotten to the arcade part yet. The
Oh,
arcade's
wait.
in this. Yeah, the arcade's in this level.
Oh, great. I actually like the original Donkey Kong quite a bit. Like, I know it's simplistic, but it's actually pretty good, I think. And I mean, of course, it was pretty good for its time.
Yeah. You know, speaking of that, I actually recently watched the movie Pixels, and the original Donkey Kong was at the end of the movie.
Huh.
I don't know
Did
if
you?
you, huh?
No, I was just gonna ask, have you played a DK Junior or any of the other games that came after in the original series?
No, actually, my first Donkey Kong game was Donkey Kong Country 1 on Super Nintendo.
When you did play the original Donkey Kong, though, was it a bit was it a bit jarring to go to that version?
Wait, what?
So when you played the original Donkey Kong, was it like a dramatic change to go to that version?
No. It was just like more annoying to play.
Yeah. Come on, Lanky. You get them collectibles. Tiny.
Okay, hopefully this doesn't fall out because the headphones was about to die.
This is a question. This is a question to like the viewers and stuff though. Like, what uh what do you think is like the worst Kong, like the least I guess you could say like if one Kong, and I'm not suggesting that this should happen, but if one Kong was to get assassinated, which Kong, like one Kong had to be assassinated, which Kong would you choose? I'm I'm gonna go with Kitty Kong, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Like
that thing can go to hell.
like I don't understand why it exists.
It's stupid. It's like I'd take Baby DK over that thing.
Yeah, no, I think I don't know. I feel like it's a deformed mutant type. Some red coins, eh?
You've gotta grind them all because they like to like suck these things out like there's no tomorrow.
So, what would you say is the hardest part of this game?
The hardest part. Do you want to include the bonus stages?
Yes, I would.
Beaver Bother.
Beaver
The
Bother.
final boss is easier than Beaver Bother, and we're actually gonna get into it in this level.
Oh.
We haven't already because the commentaries have been spaced so far apart. I don't remember what parts we've done.
But like, I mean, I guess like I've heard that a lot of the 8-bit like mini games and stuff, you know, obviously like the original Donkey Kong and stuff like that, they're pretty challenging.
Oh yeah, they are challenging. They made it even more difficult in this game. Okay, spinning pause screen. Okay, that piano thing back there, it's a game of Simon Says with burps.
Hmm. I see. So basically, you have to I mean, it's similar to, or it is Simon Says, but it's like
That.
I like how you have like King K. Rool's minions and stuff.
I think the pattern is also like set, so it doesn't change throughout the save files. Okay, that was pretty dangerous to do because while that was going on, I couldn't see what the pattern was.
So I mean, like, what does playing that music do?
Nothing really. I only played it there because that glitches. Because if you play it while a cutscene's about to happen, you can glitch the camera.
Huh. I see.
And I actually try to do that glitch like everywhere that I can.
I see. It's just dangerous there because you couldn't see the pattern, so you didn't know like what to press exactly. What you might not have.
Damn. I have no idea why they went with burps.
Yeah, it is pretty strange. Definitely. So I mean, like, okay, you got the banana. That's good.
Yeah. Okay, if I had instrument left over, I could have glitched it there. Cause if you have no instruments and you do the glitch right, you'll see like that the instrument is out of energy prompt come up while you're doing the animation. But of course, the pads bypass that because it's a mandatory thing. So they're at least nice enough to allow you to open up doors and stuff using the musical switches if you don't have energy.
Mm-hmm. So I guess like what cause see, when it comes to the 8-bit mini games, what I often think of is like I believe that there was some shooter shooter type game, and then I know you had like the original Donkey Kong. Which I'm sure we're gonna actually get to the original Donkey Kong pretty soon. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's in this part. Yeah, it might be in this part. It might be in the next part.
I think it's in the next part actually.
Freaking, it can't just be simply beat the thing or complete objective. They also have to. He got fucked up in the beginning right there. That was all his fault. but I hate how they add like some extra side thing in addition to the objective.
Yeah.
And that's what he gets. He keeps cheating. He runs into those explosives.
So you think this mini game is a bit unfair, like in favor of the AI here?
Yeah, it's trying to, but I got really lucky with this because the AI kept screwing up and running into the TNT barrels. Usually it never runs into any of them, and you have like these missiles that you can shoot at them like that. And I think it only gives you like 3 of them that you can shoot. I almost didn't win that one. I had to play dirty with him.
Oh, you mean by blocking him off at the end?
Yeah, I had to block him off.
Yeah, yeah.
I had to do that in Mario Kart 64 too, because the AI tried to like rubber bands, like, nope, you're not gonna win on Rainbow Road. And it's like, nope, I just cut him off with the banana and like screwed him out of second place. Thank goodness I beat the boss first.
Yes. What is like if you beat a boss of a level, does it actually change the level a bit?
No, it does not. The only difference with beating a boss and not beating it is the door that enters the lobby for the boss is there or not.
Oh, I get it.
Okay, we're gonna need that crown pad. Because I gotta get all the crowns.
This game does seem to have a lot of collectibles.
I think this is actually the game with the most like mandatory collectibles for completion.
Out of what, like Donkey Kong games, or?
Anything on Nintendo. Everyone keeps saying, yeah, and still to this day, everyone keeps saying that this game is what killed the collectathon aspects of any game.
I mean, I will say, like, at least from my experience, it sort of seems like Hyrule Warriors has, like, more collectibles and stuff, but I don't know. I will say this, though, it definitely does seem to have a lot of collectibles, but
yeah, and, like, the Mario platformers and this platformer was the same, so I think when they tried to do the 3D, take this to like the third dimension, it's like instead of just making it like a Mario 64 clone just with the Kongs and like with the unique movesets that Mario doesn't have, I think just had to go with like, okay, this is add some collectible, like a bunch of collectibles and give them like a tough adventure.
well, I mean, also the bosses I think are a bit more creative. I mean Mario 64 had some good bosses, but it's kind of like I guess I would say you sort of play Mario for a bit different reasons, it seems.
Yeah. I haven't been seeing any games with hub worlds in them as of late, and I kind of miss those.
For Mario,
for any game, because hub worlds, it made the game feel more like a game when going to the levels and less of a menu where you select insert mission here and then you just do it. It made a game that wasn't an adventure feel more like an adventure.
Right.
And I mean, like, some of the Mario games has like their hub worlds, but like the modern ones, but it's nowhere near as good as like what they used to be. Like Mario Galaxy 1 was, it was good, and then Mario Galaxy 2 was like a linear menu system.
Right.
With the thing that you control being the only part of it that you can like play on outside of the levels.
I thought Sunshine was pretty decent with its sort of hub world, you know, Delfino School.
Oh, it was excellent. Like the way they did with the visuals too.
Yeah. I mean, but like even with like Peach's Castle, you sort of had like, you had, I guess, like platforming elements inside Peach's Castle, which you didn't have you didn't like have that you didn't have that in, I guess, like, well, I mean, you don't have it in, like, recent Mario games, but you didn't have it in, like, I don't remember actually. Did you have it in Galaxy 1?
Have what?
Platforming elements on the ship. Or I'm sorry, I believe it's called the observatory.
Yeah, you had the Comet Observatory.
But I mean, did you have like platforming in the observatory? Like, I mean, were there things you had to get to by platforming?
I wouldn't say so, because it's wall kicks and like climbing a staircase that you can't just walk up, because they made the height of the steps too damn high.
Yeah, but by platforming, I'm like a platform like off in the distance that you could get something if you reach.
Nah, they didn't have that.
I was surprised Yoshi was in Mario 64.
Yeah. It was like a nice little treat.
Yeah.
I think they used that model in Smash 64.
Oh man, I just thought of something. So for the end of the next like Donkey Kong Country game, it's just like you rescue Cranky and he's like, thanks guys, let's bake a cake.
Now it'll probably be like, thanks for saving me. Took long enough. I want to have friends. Following that plan this, I want to run it done in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Like, cause Cranky isn't Cranky Kong within the lore supposed to be the original Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
Okay, cause that's funny.
I think it was an article online, but I've seen an article online where they were trying to prove that the Kong family is not blood related, and they were only using the ape and monkey type breeds to differentiate them, when in fact every single Kong's design is based off of a different breed. Like Tiny Kong is based off of Spider Monkey, Diddy is like obviously the only one with the tail, and then Cranky is the old fart. I don't know what he's supposed to represent, if he's supposed to represent anything. Donkey Kong is supposed to be an ape. The one we see on screen now is supposed to be like a gorilla.
So I mean, basically what you're saying is that like the reason why like different Kongs look different is like
they're based on different breeds. They're all based on different breeds.
But I mean the reason they look different is because it's like for aesthetics and stuff, and not like for anything to do with like the lore.
No.
Or like.
No, like their designs are all based off of different breeds of the monkey or whatever family.
So I mean, the primate family. But I mean, so basically, just because they look different doesn't mean that they're like, like not related.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That enemy almost got you.
Yeah. See, again, like with only Chunky, they all target him. They all actively target towards him. They're not randomly patrolling like how the other one was. I wonder how much work went into making that thing in the modeling.
Like stand up.
No, to like model the thing and then rig it with an animation.
Is this considered like a mini boss, or I don't know?
Yeah, it's a mini boss. Like all this thing basically is a bunch of models slapped into the same object asset, and then all rigged together as like one thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, within the programming, I don't think it's like a bunch of different like objects.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you make them line up together, and thus giving like the illusion that it's like a different object.
Rigging them must have been a pain, because it's not like any standard like mesh that you can properly assign each bone to.
Right,
it's just a bunch of different models that you're assigning like maybe one or more bones to, and you got to make them all work.
Alright, well, this ends Blast part.
Blast 20.
Blast 20.